Did you know that there's a zodiac sign that carries such powerful and luminous energy that it seems to have been blessed directly by divine forces? What if I told you that this sign is Leo, and that there are very special reasons why the universe and all higher energies have a special affection for those born under this constellation? If you are a Leo or know someone who is, prepare to discover something that will completely change the way you view this zodiac energy. Throughout this video, I'll reveal 15 powerful reasons why Leo is considered one of the most beloved and protected signs by celestial forces. Have you ever noticed how Leos seem to have a special light? How they can illuminate any room with their mere presence? This is no coincidence. There's a divine reason behind this unique energy, and if you stick around until the end, you'll understand exactly what the sacred purpose is that each Leo carries within their soul. The information I'm going to share today can transform your spiritual life and your connection with the cosmos. If you don't pay attention to these signs, you may be missing a unique opportunity to understand the higher plan that exists for your journey. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal about the sign of Leo will surprise you in ways you never imagined. First reason: divine solar energy. The first reason Leo is so special in the eyes of higher powers is directly linked to the sun, which rules this sign. When we talk about the sun, we're not just talking about a star in the sky. We're talking about the source of all life, all energy, and all light that exists in our system. And Leo carries this solar energy in a unique and powerful way. People born under the sign of Leo were chosen to be bearers of this divine light here on Earth. It's as if each Leo were a small walking sun, radiating warmth, life, and positive energy wherever they go. This is not a common or casual characteristic. It is a sacred mission. The sun has always been venerated by ancient civilizations as a divinity, as a supreme creative force. And when you're born under the direct influence of this energy, you inherit very special qualities. Leo's natural generosity, their ability to lead, to inspire others, to bring joy and vitality to any situation, all come from this divine solar connection. But there's something even deeper in this relationship. The sun never hides out of shame, never dims its brightness to avoid overshadowing other stars. It simply shines with all its strength, without fear, without hesitation. And that's exactly what the higher powers expect of Leos: to shine brightly, to be authentic, to be unafraid to show their light to the world. Second motivation: the generous and noble heart. The second reason that makes Leo so beloved by celestial energies is the natural nobility that dwells in the heart of each person of this sign. When we speak of nobility, we're not referring to titles or social positions. We're talking about a nobility of spirit, a greatness of soul that few signs can express so naturally. Leos possess immense hearts, capable of loving without measure, forgiving without resentment, and helping without expecting anything in return. This generosity is not learned or forced. It is an innate characteristic, a blessing that comes directly from the cosmos. It's as if every Leo was born with an expanded heart, prepared to love all of humanity. This generosity manifests itself in many ways. It can be in the way a Leo defends their friends, protects their family, and sacrifices themselves for others without a second thought. It can be in the way they offer their time, energy, and resources to those in need. Or it can simply be in the way they can make someone feel special and loved with just a sincere smile. Divine forces recognize this purity of intentions. They know that when a Leo loves, they truly love. When a Leo commits to something or someone, it's for life. This loyalty, this fidelity, this ability to love unconditionally are characteristics that resonate with the frequency of universal love, the creative energy that moves the entire cosmos. Third foundation: unwavering courage. The third reason Leo is so loved by higher powers is the extraordinary courage that defines this sign. We're not just talking about physical courage, but a spiritual, emotional, and mental courage that allows Leos to face any challenge in life with their heads held high and their hearts steadfast. This courage manifests itself in many different ways. It's the courage to stand up for what they believe in, even when everyone else is against them. It's the courage to fight for their dreams, even when they seem impossible. It's the courage to love intensely, even knowing they might get hurt. It's the courage to be authentic, even when it's not popular or accepted. Leos don't shy away from a fight. They don't hide when life gets tough. On the contrary, it's precisely in the most challenging moments that Leo's true nature shines most brightly. It's as if every obstacle, every difficulty, every trial is an opportunity for Leo to show their inner strength, their unwavering determination. This courage isn't reckless or reckless. It's a wise courage, one that comes from the heart, guided by intuition and a connection to something greater. It's the courage of someone who knows they have a special mission on earth, of someone who understands they were chosen to be an example of strength and determination for others. And the celestial forces recognize and bless this courage, knowing it's always used for good, justice, and love. If you're enjoying discovering these secrets about the Leo sign, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content on astrology and spirituality. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I will be very happy to know that people around the world are discovering these teachings with me. Fourth aspect, the natural capacity for leadership. The fourth reason divine energies hold Leo in such high regard is related to this sign's natural capacity for leadership. But we're not talking about authoritarian or domineering leadership. We're talking about inspiring leadership, one that comes from the heart and touches people's souls. Leo people are blessed with the ability to see the potential in others, to motivate, to inspire, to make people believe in themselves. They don't lead by imposition or fear. They lead by example, by passion, by the contagious energy they can transmit to those around them. This leadership manifests itself in very subtle and powerful ways. It can be how a Leo can unite a group of people toward a common goal. It can be how they can motivate someone who was discouraged to believe in their dreams again. It could be the way they take responsibility for difficult situations, protecting and guiding others through difficult times. What makes this leadership so special is that it doesn't seek personal power or personal advantage. Leo's leadership is always focused on the collective good, on the growth and happiness of everyone around them. It's a leadership that serves, protects, and elevates. And this resonates perfectly with the universal principles of love, compassion, and service to others. Higher powers recognize this purity of intention in Leo leadership and constantly bless it, because they know that when a Leo is in charge, they will use their position to do good, to protect the weak, and to create an environment of love and harmony. Fifth quality, contagious joy. The fifth reason Leo is so beloved by celestial energies is the natural and contagious joy that emanates from each person under this sign. This joy is not superficial or forced. It is a deep joy that comes from the soul, born from a connection with the source of all life and all light. Leos possess this magical ability to transform heavy environments into spaces of lightness and happiness. They can make sad people smile. They can bring hope to hopeless situations. They can brighten the darkest days simply with their vibrant and positive presence. This joy is a gift that Leo constantly offers to the world. It's as if each Leo is a channel of blessings, spreading happiness wherever they go without even realizing the powerful impact they have on people's lives. A simple smile from a Leo can change someone's entire day. A word of encouragement can transform a life. But the most incredible thing is that this joy doesn't diminish when shared. On the contrary, the more a Leo spreads happiness, the more happiness they receive in return. It's as if there's a direct connection between Leo's joyful heart and the infinite source of joy in the universe. Divine forces celebrate Leo's ability to keep joy alive in the world. In difficult times, in moments of crisis, in periods of collective darkness, it is Leos who keep the flame of hope and happiness alive. They are the guardians of joy on earth, and that's why they are so protected and loved by the higher energies. Sixth element, unbreakable loyalty. The sixth reason Leo holds such a special place in the hearts of the celestial forces is the extraordinary loyalty that characterizes this sign. When a Leo chooses someone to love, to protect, to call friend or family, that choice is for life. There is no middle ground, no half-hearted love, no conditional loyalty. This loyalty extends to everything Leo considers important: their relationships, their values, their principles, their beliefs. They don't change their minds at the whim of the wind. They don't abandon people in times of difficulty. They don't betray the trust placed in them. This constancy is rare in today's world, where everything changes rapidly and people often prioritize personal convenience. Leo's loyalty goes beyond simple fidelity. It's an active loyalty, manifested in concrete actions. When someone they love is in trouble, Leos are the first to appear offering help. When someone needs emotional support, they are there with words of comfort and encouragement. When someone is being wronged, they are the first to come to their defense. This unwavering loyalty reflects one of the qualities most admired by divine energies: constancy and love. Just as the sun rises every day without fail, just as light always conquers darkness, Leos maintain their loyalty steadfastly regardless of the circumstances. This creates an energy of trust and security around them that is deeply valued by higher powers. Seventh attribute: divine creativity. The seventh reason why celestial energies harbor such love for Leo is related to the extraordinary creativity that flows naturally through this sign. Leos are blessed with a direct connection to the creative force of the universe, to that primordial energy that gives rise to all that exists. This creativity manifests itself in countless ways. It can be through art, music, writing, or dance. It can be in the way they solve problems, how they find innovative solutions to complicated situations. It can be in the way they can see beauty where others only see chaos, how they can create harmony from disorder. But what makes Leo's creativity so special is that it always seeks to touch people's hearts. It's not a cold or purely intellectual creativity. It's an emotional creativity, born of love and intended to spread love. When a Leo creates something, they pour their soul into it, and this is reflected in the profound impact their works have on others. Leos are natural channels of divine inspiration. They can capture ideas and visions that come from higher planes and translate them in a way that others can understand and benefit from. They are bridges between the spiritual and the material worlds, bringing beauty, art, and inspiration to illuminate the human journey. Divine forces recognize Leo's sacred role as co-creators, as partners in the ongoing work of beautifying and elevating the world. Therefore, they constantly receive new doses of inspiration, new visions, and new creative impulses that keep them ever connected to the infinite source of universal creativity. Eighth trait: the natural protection of the weakest. The eighth reason why Leo is so beloved by higher powers is the natural protective instinct this sign possesses toward the weakest, the most vulnerable, those in need of care and support. As true kings of the spiritual jungle, Leos naturally assume the role of protector and defender. This protection isn't the result of calculation or moral obligation. It's an impulse that comes directly from the heart, an inner need to ensure that everyone around them is safe and secure. Leos cannot remain indifferent when they see injustice, when they witness bullying, when they observe people being mistreated or neglected. This trait manifests itself in many ways in everyday life. It could be a Leo who defends a coworker who is being persecuted by their boss. It could be someone who adopts abandoned animals and cares for them with complete dedication. It could be the person who always sides with the weakest in arguments or conflicts, even when it might cause problems for them. Interestingly, this protection isn't limited to those close to them. Leos are capable of extending their protection to complete strangers, to social causes, and to marginalized groups. They feel a cosmic responsibility to use their strength and energy to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Divine energies recognize this nobility of character, this constant willingness to put the well-being of others above personal interests. This protective instinct reflects one of the most important universal laws, the law of unconditional love and service to others. Therefore, Leos constantly receive divine protection, because they themselves are instruments of protection on earth. Ninth virtue: unwavering authenticity. The ninth reason why the celestial forces hold Leo in such high regard is the absolute authenticity that characterizes this sign. In a world where so many people wear masks, where falsehood often seems more advantageous than truth, Leos remain true to themselves with an integrity that is truly admirable. Leos don't know how to be fake. They can't fake feelings they don't have, they can't lie about who they are. They can't adapt to situations that go against their values just to please others. This authenticity can sometimes seem inconvenient or even problematic in certain social situations, but that's exactly what makes Leo so special in the eyes of higher energies. When a Leo loves, they truly love and everyone notices. When they're happy, their joy is contagious and genuine. When they're sad, their sadness is real and touching. When they're angry, their anger is righteous and proportionate. There's no falsehood, no calculated theatrics, no emotional manipulation. This authenticity creates an energy of trust around Leos that is extremely valuable. People know they can count on them for honest answers, sincere opinions, and genuine reactions. In a world full of uncertainty and falsehood, Leos are like beacons of truth and authenticity. Divine forces deeply value this quality because it reflects the very essence of universal truth. Just as sunlight is pure and cannot be falsified, Leo's authenticity is a direct reflection of the purity of the creative energies of the cosmos. Therefore, they are constantly blessed with situations and people who recognize and value their true nature. 10th strength, the capacity for rebirth. The 10th reason Leo is so beloved by celestial energies is the incredible capacity for rebirth this sign possesses. Like the sun that dies every night and is reborn every morning, Leos have this extraordinary ability to reinvent themselves, to recover from setbacks, to transform defeats into victories. This capacity for rebirth doesn't mean that Leos don't suffer or are immune to life's difficulties. On the contrary, they feel everything intensely, experiencing each emotion deeply. But what makes them special is how they rise after each fall, how they find strength where before there was only weakness, how they transform pain into wisdom. Leomans undergo profound transformations throughout their lives, and each of these transformations makes them stronger, wiser, and more luminous. It's as if each challenge is an opportunity for purification, renewal, and an even deeper connection with their divine essence. They not only survive life storms, they emerge from them brighter than before. This capacity for constant renewal allows Leos to be sources of inspiration for others going through difficult times. When someone is discouraged, lost, or without hope, the presence of a Leo who has already gone through similar transformations can be exactly what they need to believe that it is possible to start over. Higher powers recognize this divine resilience, this capacity for emotional and spiritual alchemy that transforms lead into gold, sadness into joy, defeat into victory. Therefore, Leos constantly receive new opportunities for growth, new cycles of renewal, new chances to shine even more brightly. 11th blessing. Connection with the sacred feminine. The 11th reason why divine energies harbor such love for Leo is related to the special connection this sign has with the sacred feminine, with the maternal energy of the universe. Regardless of gender, Leos carry within them a nurturing, caring, and protective energy that reflects the highest qualities of cosmic feminine energy. This connection manifests in the way Leos care for the people they love. They possess a natural instinct for emotional nurturing, care, and protection that goes far beyond what would be expected. Like lionesses protecting their cubs, Leos are capable of immense sacrifices to ensure the well-being and happiness of those they consider family. This maternal energy isn't limited to caring for those close to them. Leos feel a natural responsibility for collective well-being, group harmony, and the maintenance of loving and welcoming environments. They organize family gatherings, remember important birthdays, and ensure no one feels alone or forgotten. There is also a deep connection between Leo and feminine creative energy, the force that gives rise to all life. Leos are naturally fertile in ideas, projects, and inspiration. They are able to constantly generate newness, renewal, and creations that enrich the lives of everyone around them. The celestial forces recognize this sacred connection and constantly bless Leos with deep intuitions, spiritual insights, and a wisdom that goes beyond intellectual knowledge. They receive direct guidance from the divine feminine source, making them natural channels of unconditional love and spiritual care. 12th quality. Magnanimity of the heart. The 12th reason why Leo holds such a special place in the hearts of the divine forces is the extraordinary magnanimity that characterizes this sign. Magnanimity is a word that means greatness of soul, generosity of spirit, and nobility of character. And Leos possess these qualities in abundance. This magnanimity manifests itself in Leo's ability to forgive offenses, to forget hurts, and to give second chances even when they have been deeply hurt. They can see beyond people's flaws and mistakes, always focusing on the positive potential, the possibility of redemption and growth. Leos are naturally generous not only with material resources, but with their time, energy, and attention. They are always willing to listen, advise, support, and celebrate others' victories as if they were their own. There is no envy or pettiness in the heart of a true Leo. This greatness of soul is also revealed in the way Leos handle their own successes. They don't become arrogant or superior when they achieve their goals. On the contrary, they use their achievements as a platform to help others achieve their own dreams. A Leo's success always becomes a collective benefit. Higher energies recognize this nobility of character, this ability to remain open and generous, even in the face of adversity. Magnanimity is one of the rarest and most valuable qualities on the spiritual plane, and Leos possess it naturally, as a divine gift that should be used to elevate and bless humanity. 13th virtue, wisdom of the heart. The 13th reason why the celestial forces love the sign of Leo so much is related to the special wisdom Leos possess. It is not a purely intellectual or academic wisdom. It is a wisdom that comes from the heart, an emotional and spiritual wisdom that allows them to understand profound truths about life and love. Leo people have a highly developed intuition when it comes to human relationships. They can perceive the emotional needs of others, can identify when someone is suffering, even when that person tries to hide it. This emotional sensitivity makes them natural counselors, people to whom others turn when they need guidance or support. This wisdom of the heart also manifests in the way Leos make important life decisions. They do not base themselves solely on cold logic or material advantages. They consult their hearts, their emotions, and their deepest values. Therefore, even when their choices seem meaningless to others, they often prove to be the right ones in the long run. Leos also possess an intuitive understanding of the mysteries of life, of natural cycles, and of the spiritual laws that govern existence. They instinctively know when it's time to act and when it's time to wait, when it's time to fight and when it's time to surrender, when it's time to speak and when it's time to remain silent. Divine forces recognize this special wisdom and constantly send new revelations, new insights, and new understandings to Leos. They are chosen to be bearers of ancient wisdom in modern bodies, guardians of spiritual knowledge that must be preserved and shared with humanity. 14th force, the energy of collective transformation. The 14th reason Leo is so beloved by the celestial energies is the special role this sign plays in the collective transformation of humanity. Leos are not just brilliant individuals living their own lives. They are agents of change, catalysts for social and spiritual transformation. This transformative capacity manifests itself in the way Leos are able to positively influence the groups they are part of. They bring a renewing energy that awakens the best in people, inspires positive change, and creates movements of growth and evolution. Wherever there is a Leo committed to a just cause, there is always progress and transformation. Leos have the natural ability to unite people around common goals, to create movements for change, to lead peaceful revolutions that transform realities. They can see possibilities where others see only problems. They can inspire hope where others see only despair. This transformative energy is not limited to the present. Leos plant seeds of change that will continue to grow for generations. They create lasting legacies, establish positive traditions, and leave lasting marks on the hearts and minds of the people they touch throughout their lives. Higher powers recognize Leo's special mission as agents of collective evolution. Therefore, they are constantly presented with new leadership opportunities, new settings where they can exert their transformative influence, new platforms through which they can spread light and inspiration to as many people as possible. 15th reason, the unconditional love for life. The 15th and final reason why divine energies harbor such love for Leo is the unconditional love for life that characterizes this sign in a unique and special way. Leos possess a passion for existence, a profound gratitude for being alive, a constant celebration of the miracle of life that is truly inspiring. This love of life manifests itself in the way Leos embrace every experience, how they find joy in the little things, how they can see beauty even in the most difficult moments. They don't live in fear, they don't waste time with excessive regrets, they don't limit themselves with anxieties about the future. They live fully in the present, extracting from each moment all the richness and beauty possible. Leos are naturally optimistic, not out of naivety, but out of a deep understanding that life is a sacred gift to be cherished and celebrated. They can find reasons to smile even on difficult days. They can keep hope alive even when circumstances seem discouraging. This unconditional love of life makes Leos true ambassadors of the joy of living. They inspire others to value their own lives more, to find more reasons for gratitude, to live with greater passion and intensity. Their very vital energy is contagious and transformative. The celestial forces recognize this unique capacity to celebrate life, this profound gratitude for the opportunity to exist. Leos are constantly blessed with new reasons to celebrate, new opportunities for growth, new enriching experiences that further fuel their passion for life. Now that you've discovered these 15 reasons why the sign of Leo is so special and loved by divine forces, I hope you have a much deeper understanding of the powerful energy that surrounds people born under this constellation. If you are a Leo, celebrate these qualities that make you unique and special. Use them to make a difference in the world, to spread light and love wherever you go. If you know someone born under the sign of Leo, you now better understand why they shine so brightly, why they can touch people's hearts so profoundly. Cherish the presence of this Leo energy in your life, because it is truly a divine blessing. Remember that these characteristics are not automatic or guaranteed. They represent the maximum potential of the sign of Leo, what each Leo can become when they fully embrace their solar nature and connect with the higher energies that govern them. May this knowledge inspire you to always strive for the best in yourself, to shine with all your intensity, to share your unique gifts with the world. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more content on astrology, spirituality, and self-discovery. Tell me in the comments, are you a Leo or do you know someone who is? Which of these characteristics most caught your attention? Does your experience confirm these special aspects of the Leo sign?